$120,000 the overall prize money fund here, and the winner getting just less than 10,000 in the women's doubles, and the runners-up just close to 5,500.
for giving away the prizes and souvenirs to the winners.
So while they take photos of the champions and the runner-up, we get our mind forward, don't we, to our next offering, and it's the women's singles final between Adrianti Ferdasari and Shuai Yao. Lots to look forward to, but in the meantime, let's look back on what was a superb women's doubles final. So all set then for the women's singles. Adrianti Ferdasari of Indonesia against Shuai Yao of China, the #2 seed. There's Shuai Yao. Ferdasari just behind her. A lot of experience from the Indonesian player, and up against an opponent looking for her first international title.
Service judge, Malaysia.
Well, a lot of fans from Indonesia are here inside this Pasir Gudang Municipal Stadium. Ferdasari has got a lot of support here. Yao will certainly hear that vocal support for her opponent. Ooh. Japanese umpire doing the toss of the coin. Of course, PV Sindhu won this title last year. She didn't come back to defend, felt she had too many events coming up. Of course, India next week, Singapore Open very shortly, and Uber Cup also around the corner. But a great opportunity for one of these two ladies to follow in her footsteps. And for Adrianta Ferdasari, well, it's almost like a fairy tale story in some way. Shui Yao. One of the top Chinese players. She's the 6th highest ranked of the Chinese. Of course, they have 1, 2, and 3 in the world rankings right now. And Ferdasari, who's now slipped outside the top 100 in those world rankings. She has been in the top 20 in the past. She has won a couple of titles to her name, but you have to go back to 2006 for the last time she won an international title. Not seeded here. As you can see, her world ranking way outside of where it has been in a long career. In 2014, well, nothing really much to shout about so far. Her last semi-final had actually been in Indonesia in 2012, but she's got here to the final and took out the teenage talent that was Okuhara in the semi-final, and she beat the number 3 seed, another Japanese opponent, in round 2 in
Yui Hashimoto. Until she was stretched to 3 games, the Indian PC Tulasi overcame her 21-18 in the 3rd.
And Shui Yao, 23 years of age, but really a youngster in terms of international matches that she's played. You can see that. And this year she's made her first Super Series final in Malaysia back in January last year, lost to Tsai Zhu-Yang. Reached the semis of the Malaysian Open as well this year, so no real surprise to see her make the final, although she was pushed really hard yesterday by Xu Yaqing. 3 games, straight games in the other 3 matches that she faced.
Indonesia. China.
Officials then, Hidetomo Kasahara and Malaysian Yogantaran Muligaya. Women's singles final underway. And a nice overhead for Shui Yao to calm the nerves. Ferdasari off the mark, and I think there's a few here that like that. Similar story to Simon Sentosa, who we'll see in the men's singles final later. Ferdasari, 11 years with the national setup. She left in January, and well, here she is in a final just a few months later. Oh, very good touch by Ferdasari. She's going to need some deft touches up against a wily opponent. Nice disguise, great angle. And she's settled nicely now. Oh, excellent. It's by far the best event she's had in a while, Adrianta Ferdasari.
second final. No for Yao. The other came in Malaysia last year. It's a happy hunting ground, really. Semis in the Super Series event in January. She lost in the first round. Well, Yao protests the decision. She felt that was out. But the line judge was right underneath this. He felt it was on the line. Yeah, it looked to be on the line. And that one was given out. That's 2 calls in a row that she feels has gone against her here, Yao, and she needs to keep her focus here. She was celebrating the point, she lost it. Can she keep her cool? That one was definitely out. 5 points in a row from Adrianti Ferdasari means she takes the first move in this match. It's easy for those line calls to distract you out, and it looks as if they have. Wasn't really close to clearing the net. Needs to put that behind her now. That's good. Oh, she's got her opponent. She's got her opponent rattled here. Adrianti Ferdasari, very experienced player, and finding the corner, not even close to going out. And it looks like Zhuo Yao has got a little unnerved in the opening stages of this match. Well, a breather at last after losing 7 points in a row. Zhuo Yao gets one back. That's out as well. Well, what a start it's been for Adrianti Ferdasari, the 27-year-old from Indonesia. Has taken control in the opening part of this match. Her opponent, Zhuo Yao, has been a little rattled, a couple of calls that haven't gone away. And the interval score sees the Indonesian player 11 points to 5 up. Well, she's inspired at the moment, isn't she?
Delightful play here from Ferdasari. Time and a look from Yao there to her opponent. Disappointing start, but you know she can overcome it. Ferdasari with the edge right now. Early stages still though in this women's singles final. Well, she looks like she means business, doesn't she? The crowd behind her. She's come out with all guns blazing. You get the feeling there's a kind of freedom, isn't there, now that she's not a national player anymore. She got a racket on that. That's well judged this time from Yao. No disputing that one. Well, a little bit of a comeback. 4 points in a row, and Yao suddenly got a grip back on this match. Well, 8 years since her last title, Ferdasari, on an international stage anyway. There's a couple of little tight net shots that she hasn't quite been able to put off, Ferdasari. And again, so close to getting it right there. Ferdasari really is a thin line, isn't it? Success and failure. Look at it, hangs on the net and then goes the wrong side. Well, she was very solid yesterday in the semis, wasn't she, when she overcame Nozomi Okuhara of Japan. She started superbly here, but Slowly but steadily, Shui Yao letting her talents do some talking, and that's another one that clips the top of the net and goes the way of the Chinese player.
Tolong jangan gunakan flash untuk mengambil gambar. Tolong jangan gunakan flash.
Interval, she was looking very dominant, wasn't she, Firdasari? Less so now. Oh, she misses it. And another point for Yao that brings parity in this opening game. 16 all now. Just lost her cool a little bit, those 2 points that were given against her. She could have gone either way. Very close call. She seemed to be affected by it, but she's calmed herself down and she's got herself right back in it. Well, it was well in, wasn't it? She'll be pleased, or more pleased at least, Shui Yao, with the way things have panned out in the second half of this game. But Firdasari serving despite Yao having a hand up that she wasn't ready. Well, back in control of this game, you feel, Yao, but Firdasari can start playing some of those fabulous shots she was doing at the start of this match. Onto the body there, puts her back in front. She was 13-5 down. She's within a point. Well, there's no doubt, really. You look at the net exchanges right now, and Yao's really winning all the net exchanges, no doubt about it. Firdasari, if she can help it, really needs to stay away from the net. For the first time since the very beginnings of this match, Shui Yao takes the advantage. 19-18 up now. That's in. Much to Firdasari's disappointment. It's game points. Yeah, right on the line. 2-game points then. Shui Yao has turned this game right around. And it's out, and it's the game to Shui Yao. Firdasari raced into the lead. She was looking good for this opening game, but the Indonesian pegged back, and in the end, it was Shui Yao, happy to let this one drift out of court, who takes the opening game. Terrific fighting spirit from her to turn it around. 21 points to 18. Oh, she must be feeling a little disappointed, obviously from losing the opening game, but from the position she was in, 13-5 up, she's got to be buoyed now. And well, you fear for Firdasari here. She's got the crowd support if they can lift her, but you just feel that Shui Yao's got the bit between her teeth right here, and you could see her comfortably taking this second game the way she ended that first. Well, the buoyancy has disappeared. The spring now in the step of this young lady. She's 23, which is hardly young, is it, when you see what some of the youngsters are doing now, but she's only been playing international badminton, Yao, since she made her debut in April 2012. And this is the country in which she's seen most of her success. Super Series final last January, lost to Sai Tzu-Ying. She was in the final of the Indonesia Open Grand Prix Gold last year, and she reached the semis of the Malaysian Open again in January. She beat Saina Nehwal, Wang Yihan along the way before finally being stopped by Li Shuhui. But that shows you the kind of talent she has, and we're seeing it now in this final. She is ripping her opponent apart here, playing flawless badminton. 5 straight points at the start of this second game, and those fears I had for Firdasari are coming true right now. Well, a miss. Something at last for Firdasari. Well, some errors from Yao allowing Firdasari to get herself into this second game. From 5 zip up to 3-5 now.
from the crowd something to get louder about. I'm afraid from a Fedasari perspective, and take nothing away from her, those 3 points really were more down to mistakes from Yao than her great play. That's an excellent touch again from the Chinese player. Well, they held the top 3 spots in the world rankings, China, in the women's singles, and there's some depth there, isn't there, as we're seeing from Yao here. Another error from her, though. Well, if anything can lift her, it's the support that you're hearing. Well, the force factor from Shui Yao there. Smash after smash. Another point there as well. Takes it to 8-4 now. Well, Fedasari has the experience to draw on. She played Sudirman Cup, Uber Cup, Olympics, of course. She made it through to the second round in London, but she does look second best, doesn't she, right now? Yao looks like a lady on the verge of her first international title. Well, she hasn't won many points, has she, really, Fedasari, since being 13-5 up in that first game. And right now, this lady looks an unstoppable force. That's well left, drifted out. And a real disappointment from Fedasari. She had the joy going into the interval after the first game, and now she's in the depths of despair. Nothing quite going right for her after she played some delightful shots early on in this match. Shui Yao in control, a game up and leading by 11 points to 5 in the second. The odd mistake in that second game, but it's been a pretty classy display, hasn't it, from Yao? And well, it's not yet a lost cause. Of course, there's still points to be played for, but it's going to take some revival, isn't it, from Fedasari to see herself claw back Yao's advantage. Play. That's better. Aggressive. She's got to go for her shots, hasn't she, now? Nothing to lose, really. Staring down the barrel of defeat. Excellent. Flat-footed there, Ferdasari. Just drifted out. Really good judgment from Yao. You can't see the reaction from Ferdasari, but her body language at the moment is not good. She feels like everything is going wrong for her. I suppose it is. 7 points down now in this second game. Oh, brilliant. Stretching her opponent, finding the corners. Oh, yes. Well, there's been some impressive winners of this women's singles title. Of course, PV Sindhu last year, Wang Sin. Prix has won it as well in the past. And it looks very much as if Shui Yao is going to be added to that list with victory here this afternoon in Johor Bahru. Well, 5 points in a row, just to stretch the advantage even more. 10 points ahead now. It's a matter of when, not if. Well, we saw a terrific fight back, didn't we, in the women's doubles match? But hard to see a similar comeback in this one. Oh, dear, 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 dear. Well, it's turning into that kind of match, isn't it, for Adrianti Ferdasari? This was a gift. 99 times out of 100, she'd take that. And that was well out. Yao cruising now. Well, China took the women's doubles. It looks as if they're heading for the women's singles too. Well, more wow from Yao. The contest is over. 2 more points required for Shui Yao. And match
match points have arrived. Just over half an hour gone in this women's singles final. And Shui Yao, who got off to a difficult start, is making it look so easy. Some resistance, at least from Firdasari there. Nicely played. A first international victory for Shui Yao. An excellent performance, really was. After a little stumble at the start, her class shone through as the match went on, and a comfortable win in the end for her in straight games. Happy to watch this one drift out of court from Firdasari, whose resistance was broken quite a while ago. Fairly tight in the first, wasn't in the second. 21-18, 21-8, the final scoreline for Shui Yao in the women's singles final at the Malaysia Grand Prix Gold. And of course the prize presentation about to take place, and well, a moment to remember for Yao. Firdasari's supporters giving her a terrific reception as well, but as you can imagine, she is hugely disappointed. Their hopes were high, particularly after the way she sped into that 13-5 lead, but that was as good as it got as far as Indonesian hopes were concerned. Well, she loves being in Malaysia, doesn't she? Her only Super Series final came at the Malaysia Open last year, and her first victory comes at the Malaysia Grand Prix Gold. Pity for Firdasari. Hopes were raised, weren't they, by that start to the match.
Women's singles.
Well, the medals and the checks and the flowers about to be handed over.
We now invite Encik Muhammad Fadil Samihan, Honorary Secretary, Johor State Badminton Association, member of BAM Council, to invite and accompany Tuan Haji On bin Jabbar, President Pasir Gudang Municipal Council and co-chairman of the organizing committee, to present medals, bouquet and souvenirs to the champions. Encik Kenny Go Chi Kiong, General Manager, Badminton Association of Malaysia, to present medals, bouquet and souvenirs to the runners-up. And Datuk Ko Kai Hua from Yonex Enterprise to present mock checks to the winners.
Well, it's going to be a new experience, isn't it, for Shui Yao? There's Tuan Haji on Hin Jabbar.
Champion
Passes over the medals.
China.
And there is the champion. Shui Yao with the goodies and a big smile. And who can blame it?
Runner-up, Adrianti Firdasari, Indonesia.
Adrianti Firdasari with a great reception from the crowd, but just came up against a stronger opponent, really.
And Datuk Ko Kai Hua to present the mock checks to the winners.
the check's being handed over now. $9,000 prize for winning this women's singles match. So congratulations to Shui Yao, the women's singles champion of the Malaysia Grand Prix Gold. So the women's singles is done and dusted. No joy for Indonesia there. Will there be in the men's singles as Simon Santosa takes on Surab Valma, looking for his third title of the year. Let's look back at what happened though in that women's singles match. So men's singles action now. Simon Santosa takes on Surab Valma for the right to be champion at the Malaysia Grand Prix Gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, men's singles finals. Please welcome the players.
Get the feeling this one might be a little closer. Simon Santosa will be the crowd favourite as far as Indonesian fans are concerned, but this is a man playing with great confidence right now in Surab Valma that he faces. Well, they have met once before. That was at the Indonesia Open in 2012. Santosa winning that in straight games, 21-18, 21-14. The umpire's being greeted to the crowd, and now, of course, the players.
India.
Well, no doubt who the crowd's behind. But he might prove to be a tricky opponent for Santosa. Surab Valma, we shall see. There's our umpire, Muhammad Azizan Ali from Malaysia. Santosa looked like he won the toss of the coin. Simon Santosa, and there's Surabh Varma, 21-year-old Indian from Dar in Madhya Pradesh in India. He says he's confident, Surabh Varma. Simon Santosa wasn't happy with his game yesterday. Felt he made too many unforced errors, also seemed to lose patience when leading in all 3 games, but here he is in the final, seeded 15, ranking now 56th in the world. He has been as high as number 3, and after losing in his first rounds in the Super Series events in Korea and Malaysia, and he's made it all the way through to the final here. Here's how he did so yesterday, pushed all the way by the teenage Thai Tamasin Siddhakong. As he said, he wasn't very happy with the way things really panned out in that game. Shuizong of China, one of the opponents he beat along the way in straight sets previous to that. But it was a real marathon battle yesterday. As you can see, they were on court for 74 minutes, Siddhakong and Santosa. And that despite Simon winning that opening game 21-12. Looked like it was going to be a breeze for him, but it turned out to be anything but. As for Surabh Varma, well, he had it much more comfortable yesterday, a bit more on that at the moment, but as you can see, seeded 8 here, ranked 43rd in the world. But you could look at that win-loss ratio this year, 13 wins, 1 defeat before this week. And his only defeat was in the India Grand Prix Gold event. That came on home soil, lost to Shuizong in the last 16 there. As you can see yesterday, Chong Wei Feng was the player he was due to meet in the semi-final, but he got injured in the warm-up. A back injury, we understand. So it was the most comfortable of passages through to the final for Surabh Varma. His 3rd final of the year, his 4th on international soil in a row. He's won back-to-back titles in Austria and Iran. Won the Tata Open in Mumbai in December as well. And now you know why his confidence is high.
On my right, Surabh Varma, India.
Mohammed Azizan Ali making the announcement.
And on my left,
and Ezad Salman is our service judge. Well, if you like, Simon Santosa, really the comeback kid, isn't he? And he's up against one of the most informed players on the Grand Prix Gold circuit right now, and Surabh Varma, and already a contentious call right at the start goes the way of Santosa. Both players unsure which way the point was going there. Well, Santosa looked as if he was going to make it 2 straight points at the start, but Varma kept his nerve. Now, he might prove to be a tough nut to crack, Surabh Varma. There's a lot of good young Indian talent around. Obviously, we know that in the women's singles, the likes of Saina Nehwal, the women's singles champion of last year, PV Sindhu, but the men are starting to come up to the goods as well. Of course, Kashyap made the quarterfinals at the Olympics, but there's a lot of other good young Indian players as well who are in and around the top 50 in the world. Considering he's 43rd in the world for Varma, and he's the 6th highest rank, gives you an idea of some of the talent in India. Given out. Missed opportunity that for Surabh Varma. That's well out. Well, Simon Santosa, 10 years on the national team. He left in January said he was going to quit before then, but he was still on the roster. That's just long. Some tight calls here early on. Settled a little quicker here, hasn't he, Santoso? Oh, excellent. Surabama felt that was out, but I think he's wrong. I think that it looked in from where I was. Umpire, rather the line judge obviously felt the same, and it was right on the line. Yeah, good call. But of course, Ferdesari started well in the women's singles match for get the Indonesian fans singing loudly. They were quieting down. Santoso wants to keep them roaring. Pounced on that one. Going out. Well, Simon Santoso did say he got into the lead in all 3 games yesterday against Sidicom, and he started to make errors. He was very conscious of that fact, and he wanted to put that right today in the final. Knows he can't really afford those kind of errors against Surabama. Really been a powerful performance, hasn't it, so far from Simon Santoso. It's almost like he's making a statement here early on in this opening game. And Varma very much looking second best. Excellent rally, and it's long. Well, credit to Varma there. Nice array of shots, and it would have been easy for him to play that given his position in the match, but he left it. The right call. Easy pickings for a player who looks rejuvenated, doesn't he? Simon Santoso here. 2 disappointing performances at the start of the year. It's a terrific one here in Malaysia so far. This is terrific badminton from Simon Santoso. Hardly put a foot wrong in the opening of this match. Lovely angled shot to bring up the interval as well. And not much really Surabama can do about it. Santoso looks right on top of his game, and in the early stages leads by 11 points to 5.